So before we start in unboxing and reviewing this VEVOR pressure washer, why do I mess with little pressure washers? And it's for little jobs. They're handy. They don't. You don't expect them to clean like the big ones. We've got one that is hot water, 8 gallons a minute at 3,400 psi. We've got a couple other little ones that have problems with them here and there. Haven't bothered to fix them, as in the 4 to 6 gallon per minute range to 2,000, 2,500 psi, somewhere in there. They need a couple little things. It just turns out that when we want a big one, we've got the big diesel one. And then, little pressure washers. Anyway, I bought one at Costco about 25 years ago. It lasted about 10 years. And then I had to buy, and I paid $130-ish for it. It was a good pressure washer. Worked good. Did way more than what it was rated. The next one I bought at a hardware store cost me $270, something like that. It was another one of these little cheapies. It was supposed to be twice as much of a washer as the Costco one. It wasn't half as much. Finally, it died out, but Austin saved the wand off of it, and he had one that his dad got at the garage sale for we don't know how much. It's been working, but it's limping. So, anyway, we thought we'd just try the VEVOR one and see how it compares to the other $100-ish category ones we've had. And we have dirty stuff out here, which we have been cleaning with the garage store one. We have some manual and stuff there. And hose. Thing. I'll let Austin put it all together. He was looking at it and saying, how could they get so much in that box? He didn't figure there'd be enough to be a washer inside of this little box. It does look quite packed in. There's the wand. Yeah, there's actually quite packed. I guess I just felt like I should be doing something along the mode of stuff today. That's about the size. It's smaller than the garage sale one we're currently using, but it's about the size of the one I bought many years ago that worked so good I got from Costco. Yeah, goes together somehow here. There. If all else fails, talk to somebody that read the instructions. It's actually got a pretty good long cord on it. It's kind of nice. Got the ground fault, which most of them do. Some screws. And the hose. And yeah. Okay. Now it's out of the box. Oh.
Yeah, honestly, this is pretty good. The VEVOR pressure washer. One of the big things that we noticed right away, you've got this thing here and it says pull before use and twist. But it says go twist in either way. It doesn't really explain anything. What we were trying to do is we were trying to use this to spray stuff down. This is not the same type of sprayer that goes in here like just about everybody else. So what they did is they have a twist lock, but you push it in and twist it. Kind of like I'm going to make a reference nobody understands, a Volkswagen reverse lockout. If you know, you know. But you can have it sideways and stuff, and that's what their little funky thing here is for, I guess. We have different opinions about the significance of why we would want that or not want that, but it's pretty good. It evens it out pretty well for the sprayer here. We have it full of kaboom just because it was what was handy. We were washing off train axles a little bit here so we can put them in the lathe. Everything works as it should. It's really, really dinky. Like, you look at the pictures and it looks like a normal pressure washer, but this thing's like half the size of a normal pressure washer. I think we said advertised with 1,300 psi, depending on which ad you look at.
Yeah, it says 2,000 but the 2,000 is the maximum. That's what it puts out when you first pull the trigger.
Okay.
And it says 1,300 average,
So I
which
don't.
may matter which nozzle you use. We didn't put a gauge on it, but it washes stuff.
So one of the things I was using is oscillating tip or whatever they call it. I don't really know. It's honestly not bad. I normally don't like these things. I'm more of a 10 to 15 degree tip kind of person myself. Your orange tip is the 15 degree. Comes with some other ones. I don't know why you would use 0, but some people, I guess. The 15 is going to be the one we most use around here, I feel like. And hose length is really good. The cord length is really, really good. Somebody else's reviews were saying that they're about 30 feet long. They're actually very decent for length. Immediately after unwrapping this thing, it kinked. And this is craptastic nonsense plastic, really, really cheap, thin plastic inside. It will work, and it'll work for a really long time. Just don't kink it, I have my other one over here that I've used off and on for multiple years. It finally got to the point where the hose and stuff was so old that it was just dying, and the gun finally broke apart, and I had to do some nonsense to fix it. But that's why we have this now, to replace mine. Trigger lockout like a lot of these things have. I do like those because, oh, you can't use it while it's pulled though. Okay, so that's a bummer. I like to just let them go, but not like, either way. All we were doing with these axles was just getting grease off. It's not really anything special or spectacular or anything. It will do what it needs to do for basic stuff. It's not a 4,500 PSI gas-powered Honda that's going to remove the paint, cut your hoses. It's going to take off light amounts of dirt from your car. It's going to take and remove grease that's not really adhered all that well. It's just a cheap, basic pressure washer. But for a cheap, basic pressure washer, it works really well. As far as I'm concerned, I have used nothing but cheap crap pressure washers my entire life. This one's decent. It's been run for 20, 30 minutes, so we don't really have a long term of any sort, but going with GM style initial quality is not bad. But we all know what that means. It could mean all sorts of stuff. You want a little bit more footage of spraying?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Did you buy one for yourself?
I would. I really would. One of the other complaints I do have about this is these little tabs. They don't really press in all that well, and they're finicky. All this stuff is a little finicky. It could be just because it's tight. It could be because it's Chinese tight, If you know what that means, you know what that means, Cross-threaded is still threaded. Yeah, but overall, as a pressure washer, it cleans things. That's good.